Okay, now you guys are under contract. It's time for inspections. So going to your inspection, you will need to go to let the inspector in unless the inspector is part of the MLS and has their own key. When scheduling, I would ask them if you need to be there to let them in. When you're going, you do not have to stay for the entire inspection. I would actually recommend you don't stay for the entire inspection. Let the inspector in, ask them when they would like you to come back. They will usually give you about a half an hour window at the end to go over any items that they find. The reason for this is so that the inspector can focus and do their job and not have you or your buyers asking questions and interrupting and getting them out of that inspection frame of mind. So they will do their job better if there was no one there. Now, it is the buyer's option to stay for the entire thing. If you explain to them how I just explained to you, that the inspector will do their job better if they're not present for the entire inspection, because inspections usually take about 3 hours. They will usually understand that and respect that. When you come back to your inspection and the inspector is going to go over any items that they find that are troubling, that is your time to ask questions. You will usually receive a report about 24 hours after your inspection. And your buyers, since it is technically their report, will have to give their okay that you receive a copy of that inspection. Please save that. If you save a copy in the drive, you will need to upload that for compliance purposes. So definitely save a copy of that inspection. When putting together your BINSR, sit down with your client, ask them what are the things that are going to need to be repaired. Now, please note, for FHA or VA loans, they have stricter guidelines for their appraisals. So if there's any issues with wiring or the air conditioning or the furnace, those are going to potentially have to be fixed during the inspection period. So ask the seller to fix those then. It will save trouble in the end. Then putting together your BINSR, which is the buyer inspection seller response paperwork, just note in there that the items that you would like to be fixed. If it is a plumbing item or an electrical item, I like to ask for a licensed contractor to fix those things, unless it's a very, very, very simple job. But if it has anything to do with a panel or anything, that is something that I would ask a professional to do. It takes the liability off of the seller and puts it on a licensed professional. If you need verbiage on that, let me know. I will put it in below as well. When you are submitting your BINSR to the listing agent, have your buyer sign it so it's done, email it over to the listing agent, and then call the listing agent and say, hey, I just emailed you the BINSR. So that has to be to the listing agent before 5 p.m. on the final day of your inspection. So if you have a 10-day inspection, it's that 10th day. It has to be to the listing agent. So just be careful of your timelines there. If you have any questions, let me know.